Greetings, YouTube. Happy Saturday. I woke up with a heavy heart and just felt like I needed to make this video. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'll probably ramble and maybe go on a few tangents and co-tangents, but I'm at a crossroads with my channel. It's a good crossroads. Some would say it's like a first world YouTube problem, but it's a crossroads nonetheless, and I don't know what to do. So you got to understand that I never expected my channel to be big. I guess you could say grew up on MCOC before I started YouTube, just really idolizing the best YouTubers. Seaton, Brian Grant, Rich the Man, Dork Lessons. I discovered Joel Lyon right when he retired, which was depressing because he was amazing. I thought to myself, these people are amazing. Like, how cool would it be to someday have a seat at the table? Not to be the head of the table, not to even maybe be at the cool table, but just somehow be a part of the conversation. So I started my channel just hoping and praying that one day I would have maybe 1,000 subscribers. And that somehow when someone asked, hey, is there anyone on YouTube that you could check out, that someone maybe would mention my channel in that breath. Maybe it would be the last channel they mentioned, but it would still be mentioned. And when I started my channel, and I tell people this all the time, it didn't take off, right? I made videos that got far more dislikes than likes. I got comments that would make anybody want to just leave YouTube, from the fact that I was ugly, to had a horrible voice, didn't know what I was talking about. Why do I think college professor should even be playing this game? Do you feel like you're neglecting your students because you're playing something that's reserved for children, blah, blah, blah. And so, early on, I almost quit. I was like, wow, I am uploading videos every day it's very depressing to just get hammered, right? But there was some moment, I don't know what happened, but I just kept reviewing every offer and trying my best to be honest and not be afraid to call out Kabam when they were doing really shady things, which I feel like sometimes people were hesitant to, especially if, you were a part of like a content creators program that made it to where you actually got access to early champions. And the famous phrase that people will still comment on my channel is don't bite the hand that feeds you, which thankfully Kabam doesn't feed me. That's called teaching. So this is still a side hobby, though a full-time side hobby at that. So I'm saying all this to say that I promised my subscribers way back when I started with 53 subscribers that I would answer every question and I would respond to everyone that reached out to me. And at the time, it was not a very hard thing to do because I would get about 5 questions a day, maybe at most. And then even when my channel hit a couple thousand subscribers, I would get maybe 50 a day. And then all of a sudden, my channel started to explode. And I went from having about 110,000 views total to now I've got over 11 million. I went from having a couple hundred subscribers to now about 31,000. That's humbling and exciting and always makes me feel like I woke up and won the lottery every time I get to think about that. And because of the success of this is a really weird thing to have happen in especially American higher education. No one else in either college, as far as I know, is doing what I'm doing. And so that gives Oklahoma State University, the university that I proudly teach at every day, the opportunity to have me help found or start or envision a side major for people who want to do the thing that I'm doing every day, for people who want to be YouTubers, for people who want to do social media analytics, all the fun stuff involved in being a quote-unquote social media influencer. But besides that, I'm now getting well over 1,000 messages a day. Now, yes, some of those do include group messages where if no one tags me in it, I can knock down, 50 to 100 per group. But there are days where it takes me 2 to 3 hours just to get the number of comments in the Line app under the max, which is 999. Because if you don't know this, and Lord help you if you do, once you hit 1,000 notifications on the Line app, it just goes like 999 plus. And then it doesn't go under that until you've responded to enough that it's under 1,000. And there are multiple days where if I don't stay up on this, my number is just always 999 plus. Now, of course, I've had this conversation with family and friends and even other people in the Line app, and they're like, oh, Prof, people aren't going to care if you don't respond to them anymore. They know your channel is too far big. Screw that. I made my success by trying to be the guy that you could count on to respond to you, even if it took a couple days. That's my lane, being a real, relatable human being to everyone out there, whether or not you are the best of the best or you just downloaded the game an hour ago. And I don't want to give that up because I owe that to you, YouTube. You have made my channel into a huge success. You have helped my teaching career by helping show my university that there is a future in YouTube. And, most importantly, my depression that I still sometimes very much struggle with takes a back seat to joy and love when I get to help you enjoy the game that I still very much enjoy every day and help to enjoy it even more. When I started my YouTube channel, I had a goal. I had a 5-star lineup that was my perfect 5-star lineup. You see, before 6 stars were a thing, I had a dream, and that was to take my starting 5, to use a favorite sports analogy, to rank 5, every single one of them. And my favorite starting 5 is the Holy Trinity of Blade. If I ever got him, and Lord knows it took, close to 100 5-star crystals, but Stark Spidey, right? Ghost Rider, and then Hyperion and Iceman. And for me, for what I enjoy playing with and all the different nodes and strategies, this is still my favorite starting 5. It has 5 different classes. It's got Hyperion, who's poison immune, Iceman, who's poison immune, Blade, Ghost Rider, who's bleed immune, Iceman, who's bleed immune. You've got the ability to handle danger sense, to take off villains, and then you have, of course, just huge, hard-hitting champions. Blade, Stark Spidey, and Hyperion at rank 5 are incredible, and they are all max sig. I am almost to the point where I can do my dream. My dream that I started when I didn't care about making the right decision of rank ups, when I just cared about doing what I wanted to do with my favorite 5. If you go to my Iceman and you hit upgrade, I am like 6,000 tier 5 basic catalyst fragments away from getting my second fully formed tier 5 basic. And I'd be able to take Iceman up to rank 5. And then, for those of you who've watched, I have just struck out. I've spent 45,000. I've wasted 15,000 additional 5-star shards to get Satan herself, a dupe on my Civil Warrior, and a worthless second dupe on Kingpin. I have tried my hardest to finally accomplish something that the game will never do because I have never gotten a 5-star Awakening Gem of the Mystic class. And that is to dupe my Ghost Rider. And part of me, on this video right now, just wants to use my generic. Is it a terrible idea? Yeah, probably. But I'd finally get to do it. I'd finally get to have an Awakened Ghost Rider. And on top of that, I would also have a chance to just say, screw it. I use this guy in everything. I'm going to take that rank up gem that I got for the initial completion of not variant difficulty. I haven't touched any of that trash yet. But Act 6. And just take him to rank 5. Awaken him, take him to rank 5, and then take up Iceman when I get those few tier 5 Callus fragments left. And suddenly, I've got my dream, right? But the game, almost knowing that was my dream, has thrown me the ultimate guilt curveball. I tell people all the time in the Line app, I have 6-star guilt. It is real. There are so many better players out there who have more time and more skill and could do so much more with the 6-star roster that I have, and they just have not been blessed with the ultimate RNG. I am not doing this to flex. I'm just doing this to show you I know how ridiculous this 6-star roster is. And I had a goal at the beginning of the year to just take Domino to rank 2. That would be amazing and really hard to do, especially in a Gold 1 Alliance. But that would be really amazing. And I did it. And then I was able to get the resources way faster than I thought to take Corvus to rank 2. And now, as I'm preparing for Iceman and Ghost Rider to go up to rank 5, to just say, screw it, that's been my dream. I know people are going to laugh at me and tell me I'm an idiot for doing it, but whatever. It's my channel. It's my account. I want to take my own advice and rank up the champions I love to play with. Ghost appears. Ghost appears in a 200 unit Cavalier Crystal, which still blows my mind. I don't know what Kabam values a 6-star Ghost at, but it could be as much as like 100,000 units. Because we know that they at least valued a unawakened 5-star Vision once upon a time at 10,000 units. And a 6-star Ghost versus a 5-star unawakened Vision is, let's just say, way, way different. I suck with Ghost. I have not spent the time to learn how to really be effective with her because I've had the ultimate first world MCOC problem of Corvus and Domino. And without Ghost as a 6-star, who cares? Well, now it came to my account. So, of course, I mentioned this in my video that I posted this morning about my dilemma of taking up Iceman or Ghost. And most people, of course, are saying it's not a dilemma. You wait and you take up Ghost. The future of the game is 6 stars. That champion's going to have insane attack. Of course, I don't have a 6-star Wasp. I don't have a 6-star Ant-Man. I do have 5-star versions of those champions. And so were I to learn how to perfect Ghost, I would be able to take, Awakened Wasp to probably at least rank 3, but maybe eventually rank 4. And Ant-Man, I would probably just keep it rank 1. I don't care about ranking up Ant-Man. But if the future of the game is 6 stars and you're only allowed to bring in certain 6 stars, I would need a 6-star Wasp and a 6-star Ant-Man anyway. I would be able to bring those 5 stars and they'd be like 4 stars now. So all this is to say, the biggest crossroads of my channel as my current Gold 1 Alliance, who I want to say, I cannot say this enough, they have been the best alliance I've ever seen. I'm sure there are other amazing alliances out there, but they have bent to my needs of my schedule in every turn. They have made me the backup in Alliance War permanently, and as Alliance War seasons continues to change, I hate Alliance War even more. And in Alliance Quest, I've consistently been able to get the paths that I need to make it easiest to clear content and then take down the Kingpin boss at the end as a thank you to my alliance for giving me the ability to be flexible with my schedule, especially my streaming schedule, my grading schedule. But we are now transitioning to being more of an Act 6 alliance, where every battle group does Act 6. When I say Act 6, I mean Map 6. I sound crazy right now. I'm sorry, YouTube. Map 6, you know what I'm talking about. And I have no interest in doing Map 6. Since Map 6 became way harder, and you've got enemies like Emma Frost, and you've got just harder paths and harder nodes, I just don't think it's worth it. I think unless you are somebody that just really loves doing Map 6, and that's not even, of course, talking about Map 7, it's just not worth the stress for me. My job is about to become even more demanding, and I already teach 300 to 400% of a teaching load. I don't have the time to do Map 6 in Alliance, and I honestly don't have the interest of doing Alliance War anymore. I'm sure there are retired alliances out there that would welcome me in, especially with my, now 110,000, another flex, Prof. Hoff, 1,111,000 roster. That's pretty cool, right? But I have so much content, right, that I just haven't touched. I haven't had the time to touch it. You take a look at my Act 6, which I'm happily able to say I've at least gotten one chapter 100%, but the others really have just begun. And I, at some point, definitely want to do that. I also haven't touched either variant difficulty. We got the new one, 0%. We got the old one, and I got through the classic a little bit, but the variant, 0% on everything. What is the use of this great roster if I don't clear content? It just really isn't. I can enjoy clearing uncollected every month, and Lord knows with my time and my skill level, that's probably the most realistic. But I do want to challenge myself. I also haven't even done anything besides one Path of Labyrinth of Legends. So I was alliance-less for 3 months a couple years ago, and it was honestly the most fun I've ever had in the game because I love grinding in the arena. It's relaxing to me. I know that sounds like I'm crazy, and I probably am. But just grinding the arena and playing quests when I wanted to and not having to worry about logging into Alliance War or Alliance Quest made my life so much better. I was just happier. I was a happier human being, and I really was reminded of how much fun I had playing this game. And I don't know if that's the goal, to be alliance-less. I think maybe finding the perfect retirement alliance where they don't care if I join Alliance War, and maybe the Alliance quest is only map 5, or they only have one battle group that runs map 6, but I would never be expected to run anything that's not map 5. Would be the best for me. I don't know. But what I do know is that I have the opportunity, now that I'm teaching an online class this summer for the first time, I'm also, for the first time in my life, getting to make my own class. It's called Media Performance, and it's sort of like public speaking for media majors, which I'm so passionate about because the two biggest fears for human beings, number 1 is public speaking, number 2 is death. How about that? I guess maybe you're afraid that one will lead to the other, and there's a direct correlation for those two. But I need to take a step back, because if I don't, I will not be able to respond to your questions like I have been wanting to on the Line app anymore. And I know the temptation for people is going to be like, screw it, keep taking up your champs, grinding hard. But I'm at a point now where if I have an hour, I would rather help you off of YouTube, just doing it to help you. No attention, no glamour, just good human being to good human being. The kind of thing that I wake up every day wanting to do. Then I would to stress out to do more map 6 and Alliance quest, and certainly to fight the growing pain of Alliance War seasons, not to mention the global nodes that could come out, and as Cavalier Crystals, of course, continue to proliferate throughout people's accounts, their defenses are going to get better, and you're just going to be fighting more Korgs and more Mr. Sinisters and more everything else that I hate fighting now. And I just, that's not fun to me. I'm sure it's fun for a lot of people, and they might hear me say that and be like, wow, what a wimp. He should be more competitive. He should be better. Like, it's just not me. If I have the time, I want to help people. I don't want to help myself be the best MCOC player ever, because this game, I feel like, is a sucker's bet if you try to have the best roster ever. That's the irony of my 6-star roster. I didn't want the best 6-star roster. I didn't know if I wanted a 6-star champion. I just wanted all my 5 favorite 5-stars at rank 5. That's it. That's all I wanted. And now I've been blessed and sort of cursed with this amazing roster, and I just wish I could give it to you, YouTube. I wish I could give it to those of you watching this in the Platinum and Master Alliances who look at me like a scrub, and maybe I am a scrub, who knows. But, take those 6 stars. I could care less. I just want to have fun and meet people and grow the human experience known as helping people. That's why I'm here. So that's the Crossroads on my channel. I kind of just want to ignore the fact that I just got a 6-star ghost, and I just want to take Iceman to rank 5. I kind of just want to do the quote-unquote dumb thing of using a generic Awakening Gem on Ghost Rider and taking him up to rank 5, so my dream of having my favorite 5 squad is complete at rank 5. And then, on top of that, I kind of just never want to do map 6 again in Alliance Quest, and I don't want to ever really do Alliance War again. I just want to chill and have fun and maybe be an Alliance where we can do Alliance events like the current much improved bounty missions. So, there's still obviously an advantage to being an Alliance. You also get the gifting event and things like that. But besides that, there's just there's no pressure to log in every 2 hours and move. And when you don't have that pressure, the fun of the game just instantly comes back because it's on your own terms. And I've been missing that. And now that my professional career is taking off, shameless plug, next week, hopefully I'll be able to post a link. I'm going to be scheduled, assuming there's no severe weather, to be the story of the week on the ABC station of Oklahoma City's broadcasting, which who knows might get some national attention, and that is incredible. Again, I never thought my YouTube channel would be anything, especially when I was just reviewing Oreos and pizza products for the stoners living in their parents' basement. But now that it is what it is, I still want to help you, YouTube. I still want to help you on the Line app. I still want to be an ambassador for this great community that has given me so much. But the only way I can do that is if I stop the grind of trying to play the hardest maps and care about Alliance War at all. I just hoard my swag bucks and all that unhealthy behavior even more to take advantage of the best deals for Tier 5 basics and Tier 2 alphas, so I still can keep up with what I'm not going to get any longer in Alliance War rewards, but instead just focus on you, the people who have made me what I am today. That is my ultimate goal. That is my ultimate dream, and that's why I exist. Life is so short. You only have the chance to help people a very small amount of your life like this, and if I hadn't broken off an engagement a few years ago, I'd be married and I'd probably have kids, and I wouldn't have a YouTube channel and I wouldn't be able to help you. But what was really depressing for me personally became a outlet to do good. And I want to do more good than ever because that's what gives me the ultimate joy. And if I got hit by a bus today, I would hope that that was my legacy in this community. Not that he cleared the most content or had the best roster, but that he just helped the most people he could. That's what I want you to remember me as at that seat of the MCOC table. That's my mission in life. It's as fired up as ever. Hopefully you can hear that in my voice. So I just want to say thank you, YouTube. I'm at a crossroads. I'm not leaving YouTube, but I've really got to change my time management in order to maximize helping as many people as possible. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, and as always, thank you for watching and supporting my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel.